Hey guys, this is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. In today's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on this horror movie from 2016, and this movie also turned 5 years old recently, the day before my birthday on August 26th of 2016 when it first came out. And of course, the sequel recently came out on a few weeks ago, and that's going to be on the first Don't Breathe film from 2016. Yep, Don't Breathe #1. So Don't Breathe is about this. Rocky, Alex, and Money are three Detroit thieves who get their kicks by breaking into the houses of wealthy people. Money gets word that about a blind veteran who won a major cash settlement following the death of his only child. Figuring he's an easy target, the trio invades the man's home in an abandoned neighborhood. Finding themselves trapped inside, the young intruders must fight for their lives after making a shocking discovery about the supposedly helpless victim. And so, that's pretty much what Don't Breathe is about. So I remember when this movie first came out in 2016, like the day before my birthday in 2016, like August 26, 2016. I remember back then when I used to not be a fan of horror movies back then, it did look a little scary for a second, but then 5 years later when I watched it on demand, like I rented it on demand on the day this movie turned 5 years old. So I watched the whole entire thing of Don't Breathe Part 1, Don't Breathe. And I gotta say, Don't Breathe, I can tell is definitely one of the best horror movies of 2016. This was actually a really great movie from 2016. And now that I think about it, now that I watched it for real, I gotta say, Don't Breathe is actually one of the best films of 2016 as well. And probably one of the best horror movies of 2016 as well. Because I know there's another 2016 horror movie I watched this year called Lights Out. And Lights Out was a really great movie too. Yep, so we got Don't Breathe and Lights Out. Yeah. And of course, I do know Don't Breathe also had Don't Breathe recently got a sequel too. It's called Don't Breathe 2, which I heard people say, people have been saying that Don't Breathe 2 it was like not as good as the first Don't Breathe. But like I said, I watched the first Don't Breathe and I really enjoyed it. And it's got really awesome acting performances. Like the actor who played the blind man, like Stephen Lang. I thought Stephen Lang did a good job playing the blind man. And Jane Levy, who plays Rocky, she was good. And also the guy who played Alex in Don't Breathe, like Dylan Minnette. I've seen him in other movies. And he did a good job playing Alex in Don't Breathe. So, and yeah, this movie was made by Sony, and it was also made by Screen Gems too. Yeah, Screen Gems, Good Universe, and also Ghost House Pictures. Oh yeah, and one of the producers of Don't Breathe is actually like Sam Raimi, because I think I knew him before, because I think he directed the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. Yeah, I think I got that right. Yeah. But yeah, and the direction, like the way they shot the film and the way it looks, it looks creepy, but also in a good way too. Creepy in a good way too. Like the way they shot Don't Breathe, like the way they shot this film, it's well filmed and it's well paced, and plus this movie's not even that long. It's only like the first movie, like the first Don't Breathe film, it's only like an hour and 28 minutes, so it's kind of a short movie, but it was still well paced. Like it still has a good running time. Like I don't mind it. Yeah, and of course the director of this film, like Feed Alvarez, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Like I thought he did a good job directing this film. And even after 5 years, Don't Breathe is still a really great horror movie from 2016, and also one of the best horror movies of 2016 besides Lights Out. There's also another horror movie that also came out in 2016 called The Conjuring 2, which I still have never seen The Conjuring 2 or 1 or 3 yet, but maybe I will someday. So overall, Don't Breathe is a really great movie, and I'm gonna give Don't Breathe 4.5 out of 5 stars, as far as I can remember. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Because I know it's not really like a perfect film, but it's still great. It was still watchable and still enjoyable. So if you're a fan of horror movies, and if you haven't seen the first Don't Breathe movie from 2016, then I definitely recommend checking out the first Don't Breathe film. If you want to check out Don't Breathe 2 in the theaters, like if you want to check out the sequel, then feel free to do so. So there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Don't Breathe. And that's going to be it for this video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.